All right, good afternoon, Facebook family. It's your superintendent, Dr. Sims here. And as promised, I said I was going to go live at 1 o'clock. We had some technical difficulties, but I always want to highlight our students. We have some amazingly awesome students. And I'm sitting here with one who is no exception to the rule. I mean, she is unbelievable. This is Adrienne Diggins. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Yeah. So listen, we're just going to take a little bit of time to love on Adrienne, but also I always want our students to give us advice as adults and especially as parents. But first of all, Adrienne, just tell us about who you are. Give us your name, your grade. Well, not your name. They know your name. But what grade are you in? What school do you hail from? Where are you now? And just a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I'm a student from Central High School. I'm a dance magnet student. And I also take Hutchins Academy as teaching as a profession. And I'm a student ambassador, and I'm a part of many different clubs and extracurriculars that I do all across Macon. And you're probably going to see me somewhere. And I'm definitely now I'm working with you with the student consolidation meeting stuff. So it's very nice. We meet every month.
Every month, right?
Mondays,
yeah.
And we get together about the schools and stuff. So it's very important to me to be involved in my community and just learning about like stuff in teaching. I was just like, why not be involved in a consolidation team to see how it works in different aspects. There's teachers, principals, older people who worked in the district before.
Yeah.
And all of us are coming together, so it's very nice to see how all of these things work.
Great. She's been a great addition to that committee. And I feel that being here at Hutchins has been a great addition to your life. So you chose the pathway teaching as a profession. Tell us why you chose teaching.
Well, originally I was going to choose culinary because I like to cook, but it's a 3-year pathway, and I started in my junior year. So I decided on teaching. I wanted to see how it would go, and I love it. Miss Davis,
she's
our
great.
teacher, she's wonderful. I love her. She's always giving us opportunities and stuff to do. And I think as we learn more about different people in the teaching, like different ways to teach kids or different standards that we learn, it's just all these things coming in together, like philosophers and how they relate to teaching and math and all this stuff. It's nice to see how it works. And, I've really become more interested in being a teacher and different ways to get certificates and becoming a teacher. Right now, we have just thanked to Dr. Washington. She has gotten us MGA dual enrollment. So
nice. Do it. You heard that, dual enrollment. Say more.
So we'll get 2 credits by the end of this semester. We could get 3 if you want to do it in the summer. I chose to do the 2 credit option because I'm doing econ as dual enrollment as well.
That's economics, y'all. Economics.
So, and over the summer. But right now, I am also in Dr. Mayfield's class for English 1101 for Beyond the Veil.
Wow,
so
that's great.
It's a lot of stuff that we're doing, a lot of opportunities to get and to gain, and I feel like they definitely push you to go after it, and they give you a lot of support.
That's great. So clearly you have not just that we have opportunities, but you have taken advantage of the opportunities. Just tell us about your feelings about the opportunities that the Bibb County school district has offered you. What are your feelings about it?
So when I was younger, I definitely was a quieter kid, and sometimes I felt like, I was getting overlooked by a lot of stuff by sometimes teachers, because sometimes they weren't able to see me or hear me sometimes. And even though, I was a pretty good student, but I was very quiet, and I think that oftentimes got a lot of, kids looked over. Especially, on behavioral issues. If you really didn't have them, they, push to look for kids with behavior issues. But as I grew older and, started talking with my mom more, I had to connect with my teachers. And I found that during my 8th grade year, which was after COVID for me, I finally got to connect with some of my teachers. And he works at Central now, Mr. Horton. He was also there. And he was my 8th grade homeroom teacher, and I just connected with all of my 8th grade teachers, and then I, tried to continue these relationships in high school. So
That's great.
And now I'm at Hutchins doing it as well. So even at Central, I have a lot of great connections with my teacher, Miss Tillery, which is she's our teacher of the year.
That's right.
She's my biology teacher. I really enjoy being in her class, and all these different opportunities. I feel like they push you to go after it, even if you are quieter. You'll always never get left behind.
That's great. Wow. So listen, you have me thinking about advice. I want you to give advice to the adults, but before we do that, what advice do you have to students who have yet to find their way, or who have yet to really get engaged in this learning experience?
Never be afraid or scared to mess up an opportunity. Always go for something, because there will be someone to help you along the way. And you'll always have some guidance from somebody. Just always push the beat in everything. Even if you think you don't have time for it, you realize how free your schedule actually is.
Wow. Yeah, that's great advice. All right, so listen, I have adults out there. And I do my best. I'm an old man. Truth be told, I think sometimes adults listen to me, sometimes they don't. Some do, some don't. But I'm going to put out advice as best as I can. But I want to now hear from you. What advice do you have for adults out there who are caring for children? What is your advice?
So I always think back to my mom, of course, because she was a social worker. She's been at DFACS, and she's gone in the Bibb County School District before. Mm-hmm. And when I would tell her, I feel like I'm overlooked sometimes, and my mom would be always there to push me to go forward. But she was always open to the fact that sometimes I was kind of closed off, or I was kind of upset about things. She always gave me the space to feel my feelings, and then eventually I would tell her how I would feel, like I would open up to her. And I think parents need to give their children time, because just like this is your first time living, this is also their first time living.
Wow.
So
that's great advice. So give you time. So it sounds like and it's something I know I need to work on, and that, especially with my son, and that is patience. But always to be present as well. I think that's fantastic advice. So you heard it, not so young people, from our young scholar here, Adrienne Diggins, and I want her to end in just telling us about what she plans to do in her adult life. So what is your game plan?
So I have so many things that I would love to do. Mm-hmm. So when I graduate, obviously, my plans are to go to UGA.
Okay, yeah.
But they have all the majors or all the courses that I would like to do, which is agriculture and biology. And the reason why these two things are very important to me, because obviously we live in Georgia, and agriculture is very huge in our education, and it plays a big role in us. Recently, our Jimmy Carter, he passed away.
That's right. He was celebrating his life today.
Yes, he was very into agriculture. He was from Plains,
Georgia.
Was on a peanut farm. And agriculture is very important, because people don't realize how much it plays into the food you eat on your table, to just the trees that you see outside. And biology, I feel like biology can also play a form and fact into agriculture. They're like one in one hand. And you can take this more contemporary issue, and you can take this more scientific issue and put it all together. And the program which UGA offers, which is agri education. Mm-hmm. So they do agriculture education, and would be getting my certificate, along with having my paraprofessional case at the end of the semester this year with Miss Davis. So I would be able to be in a classroom by the time I graduate, on top of having my biology degree. So these two things are something that I plan to do. I do plan to be in education for a long time.
Yeah, like me. 30 years. It's my 30th year. Great.
I think I've always liked, to learn, and And I might not have the best relationship with
Yeah.
school when I was younger, but I never did not like to learn. I love to learn.
I love that.
So to teach others, I feel like that's the best way to show what you have learned.
Wow. Now, how many of y'all can say you had a game plan like that before you graduated from high school? What a fantastic plan. I look forward to all your plans coming to fruition. And who's to say she might not be one of your child's teachers one day? We never know. So look, we've been live with Adrienne Diggins, and one of the reasons I want to do this is just to encourage all of you as you spend time with your students or anybody else's students, and let's just have a conversation with them and see how far we can take them. I think you're going to go very far. I know you're going to go very far, and I'm just honored to be your superintendent. I'm glad you've taken so much advantage of what we have to offer here in the Bibb County Schools, and I look forward to the future for you. And not just for you, but for all your peers.
ClassLink is
Yep.
such a good...
Oh, yes. Oh, she's plugging ClassLink. Better say it. Come on. Plug it right now.
Tutoring opportunities for your children.
How much does it cost?
It's free.
Wait. Free tutoring.
Yes.
We offer free tutoring for our students?
Yes.
And all I have to do is do what to get to the free tutoring?
Just go on your little computers.
Free tutoring. I'm so glad you put that plug out. So listen, I'm glad you said it. So it's January, and we're coming down to a very important time frame, and that is our milestones testing, middle to the end of April, along with that's the end of course test, the end of grade test. We have our advanced placement exams. All those things are happening, and we have tutoring on the table right now that is absolutely free. How often can you access it?
All the time.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. During the summer.
Summertime.
Yeah.
Christmas Day. Well, maybe Christmas Day, I don't know. But wow, I'm so glad she made that plug. So listen, we have resources. I want to encourage everybody. I want to give you some homework. Go to your child's ClassLink and just say this. Show me where the free tutoring is. And if your child or somebody else cannot figure it out, call the school, get that information, and let's take advantage of these free resources. All right. That's all we have. Adrienne, it's been a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. Give me a hug. One of my beautiful children. Love you so much. And y'all have a great day. We'll have more to say about the upcoming weather for those who watch this on Thursday, January the 9th. Other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we hope this encourages and inspires you in some way, shape, or form. All right.